Good day, everyone. I am Richard V. Carpintero, and our subject for today is business finance. And our topic is stocks and bonds. In this discussion, we will talk about what is stocks and bonds, and what is the comparison of the two. Now, let's move to the presentation. Stocks. Stocks are ownership shares in a company. So it means if you buy stocks in a company, you are buying a small part of a company. And when people buy stocks, they become stockholders. So if you buy stocks in a company, you are called stockholders because you own a part of a company. And they receive a stock certificate as proof of their ownership. So, stock certificate, these are a document that shows you own that part of a company. So, that is stocks. And we have two main types of stocks. We have common stocks and preferred stocks. And now, let's define what is common stocks. Common stocks. Owners have voting rights. So, people who own common stocks can vote on important company matters, like choosing leaders, and can help make company decision. So, because of their voting rights, common stock owners can influence on how the company is run. And in common stocks, there's a higher risk compared to preferred stocks. Because if a company loses money or get bankrupt, common stock owners get paid after the preferred stocks. So that is common stocks. And next, preferred stock, no voting rights. So if you a preferred stock owner, you can vote on company decisions like electing a board directors. Next is priority in receiving dividends. So you can get paid dividends first before the regular shareholders or the common stock owners. And lastly, priority in company assets if bankruptcy happens. So, if the company goes to bankrupt, you get money before the common shareholders. So that is preferred stock. And next, stock market. Place where stock are bought and sold. So it means stock market is where people buy and sell shares of company. Like for example, in the Philippines, we have the Philippine Stock Exchange or the PSE. And next, price change daily or market value. So the price of each stock goes up and goes down every day, depending on how many people buy it or sell it. And lastly, provide an orderly system for trading. So it makes sure that buying and selling of stocks done in a fair, organized, and safe way. So that is stock market. And next, stockbrokers and commission. So stockbrokers, these are person or company that helps people to buy and sell stocks and charge a small fee called commission for their services. So only stockbrokers can trade directly on the market floor. So stockbrokers are only allowed to buy and sell when trading is happening. And stockbrokers specialize in buying and selling stocks. So stockbrokers are experts who help people to buy and sell stocks. And lastly, they earn a commission for their services. As I told, stockbrokers earn a small fee called commission after helping someone to buy or sell stocks. And that is stock brokers and commission. And next, now let's talk about bond. A bond is a loan you give to a company or government. So if you buy a bond, you letting a company or government borrow your money. And in return, they promise to pay you back the full amount on a set date and give you a regular interest payment until then. So there a agreement that they give back your money on a set date and give you a extra money or interest. Bonds are a way for organization to raise money without giving up ownership. So bonds are organization, these are companies, government that need money. For example, for their something to build, something to grow, like projects, business, and they need a money to raise. So they sell bonds to raise their money. And also, they don't give control or ownership for your share. So that is bond. And next, issuer and bondholder. So issuer is a company, government, or municipality that sells the bond. So issuer, these are the company, government, or local authorities like city or town. And they sell bonds to raise money. Like for example, imagine a city is want to build a new school, but they don't have money to build a school. So they sell bonds to people. So with that, they raise a money or fund to build a school. So that city is called issuer. Okay? And bondholder is the buyer or lender who holds the bonds. So bondholders, these are persons or investors who buys the bond. Okay? Coupon and coupon rate. So, coupon is the annual interest paid by the issuer. So, coupon is the money that paid by the issuer each year. And coupon rate is the percentage of the bonds par value paid as interest. So, coupon rate is the percentage of face value or also called par value that is paid as interest each year. Like for example, if the bond face value is $1,000 and the coupon rate is 5%, then the coupon or yearly interest you get is $50 because 50 or no 5% of 1,000 is $50. Okay, so that is coupon rate. And next, now we will talk about the par value and the market value. So par value is the bond's face value. So par value is the amount of money that company promises to give payback to you until when it matures or end. So that is par value. And market value, this is a price at which the bonds is currently sold. So market value, this is the how much people are paying for the bonds right now if you want to sell it or buy it. So as you can see, if the market value is greater than par value, it's called it's selling at premium. And if market value is less than par value, it's selling at a discount. Like for example, par value, if the par value is $1,000, the market value is, so if the market value is $1,100, it's selling at a premium. So if the market value is $950, it's selling at a discount. But if the market value is $1,100 and the original price is 1,000, the bonds will pay back to you is only $1,000. And if the market value is $950, the original price is $1,000, the bonds will pay back to you is also $1,000. Okay? And now we will talk about what is the comparison of the two, stocks and bonds. So if you buy a stocks in a company, you own a part of a company. And also you can earn more money, but at high risk. While bonds are loans. You give money to governments, companies that gives you or pays you steady interest and also in less in risk. So that's all for my discussion. Now let's move to the examples of stocks and bond presented by Rancel Kunanan.
Hello everyone. So I am here to present a business finance subject. So I am Ranzali Kunanan. So my topic was given by Ma'am Shannon Bartolome Yango. So how to get stock or how to be a stockholders. So first is you must buy share of a company by first opening brokerage account online or through financial funds funding. Financial form funding it with money from a bank and then placing an order to purchase stock through the brokerage platform. So we have a example of stock here. This is like a international certificate like 90s years ago. So international telephone telegraph, so ITT for short, is a common certificate that show that the holder owns a part of the company. As a shareholders, the owner may receive dividends and has voting rights, but the return depends on the company's performance and is not guaranteed. So let's go to the bonds. So how to get bonds or how to be a bonds holder. So an easy way to start with bonds is buying short-term T bills at auction or billboards. You should be able to do this directly to your brokerage. You just pick a size and purchase them directly. It's a good way to start a buying bonds or being a bonds holder. So we have a example of bonds here. So this is a for international which is in the world. So International Harvester Company is a debenture bonds certificate which show that the holder lend money to the company. As bond holder, the owner receive a fixed 9% interest and the repayment of the principal at maturity, but has no ownership or voting rights. So the difference of bonds and stock is stock represent the ownership in a company and the potential for higher but uncertain returns, while bonds represent the loan to the company. It represents a loan with fixed interest, making them safer with lower growth potential. So, before we end this video, I wanna say what is the most safest to buy or what is the most good to start. So, based on my research, the most safest to use is bonds because for a reason you can expect a lower return on your investment. Stock, on the other hand, typically combine a certain amount of unpredictability in the short term with the potential for a better return on your investment. So that's all for today's video. So I wanna say thank you for listening.
Good morning everyone. Today I report stock and bonds. Number 1, stocks. High returns. Stocks that have potential to grow money faster than many other investments. Number 2, own a part of company. When you buy a stocks, you become partial owner of the company. Number 3, easy to buy and sell. You can quickly trade stocks through online platforms or brokers. Number 4, spread out your risk. Investment in different stocks help reduce the chance of losing all your money. Number 5, get paid dividends. Some companies share their profits with stockholders through regular payments. Bonds. Steady incomes. Bonds, a similar investment, often regular interest over time. Number 2, less risky than stocks. These investments usually don't change in value as stocks do. Number 3, get your money back. You typically get your full investment back when bond terms ends. Number 4, balance out your investments. Adding safe investment helps smooth out ups and downs in your portfolio. Number 5, tax savings. Some bonds offer tax-free interest helping you keep up your earnings.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Patrick R. Manaloto. Presentation disadvantage of stock and bonds. Disadvantage of stocks. 1. High rates and volatility. Stock prices are very sensitive to market condition, economic factors, and company performance. 2. Requires research. To make informed investment and decision of most dedicated time, effort, and researching companies and understanding market trends. And number 3, no granted return. To unlock the bond stocks, prove graded return. A company performance and market faction can cause the value of your investment to decline event to zero. And number 4, loss of caption. In company goes bankrupt, stock bonds are the last to be refilled after all debt holders and including bonders have to pay. And last, number 5, requires research. To make informed investment education most dedicated time, effort, researching companies and understanding market trade. And disadvantage of bonds. And number 1, lower potential return. And lower and compared to a stock bonds typing of lower long-term return. While there are more stable statements, they do offer that same potential for a significant growth. And number 2, interest rate reach. When interest rate reach and the market value of something bonds with lower and interest fall. And number 3, credit credit default reach. And credit default 3 reach that the one issue edge competition of government will be able to make its indirect payment of repay to principal. This reach higher lower rated joint bonds. And number 4, in pension reach. In pension reach, and when to make to information of the time effort researching and reach default and understanding trade this grades of reach. And number 5, liquid and liquidity reach. The bond market is not a liquid. The stock market, some bonds, especially those from similar issue or with longer methods, can be default to sell and quit to affectional arrays. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.